Hey guys, Dale here, back with some more RimWorld, our Conclave series, and we came back with a boatload of steel. So we got all this laid out, and I think we still have about 2,000 steel left. So that is great. I do want to move these outpost delivery spots and other spots out here, just because it feels strange for like drop pods to be like dropping into the space station, even though friendly drop pods aren't impacting our roofs. Um, while we were out gathering all that steel, though, we did get attacked by the Claws of Kith. So these three guys we captured, we'll take a look at them. Hard worker, great at construction. Doug is a brawler, great at melee, and Damianus, heat tolerant, good with animals. We don't really have a reason to have that, but that's fine. And Matthew actually fell out of the sky as an independent space refugee. All right stats, so we've gone ahead and imprisoned them. I think we have converted most of them. Yeah, those high mates do crazy work. So we're going to go ahead and start working on recruiting them. I'm not sure if 2,000 steel is going to be enough for us to like start building our next ship, but we do have a bulk goods trader, so I guess Hilda, why don't you come and trade with them? Ship wise, we have 3 disintegrator turrets, so 1, 2, 3 mounted on the ship, as well as a laser cannon turret right there in the center. I did have the disintegrator turrets like mounted right here and here, but I figured it would probably be bad if the turrets were mounted right next to our astro fuel tanks. Since these are, kind of like roof mounted, or we're making the game think as best it can that these turrets are roof mounted, they can be targeted from outside the ship, even though they're behind walls, like, for roleplay purposes or whatever. The intent of these turrets is they're outside the ship. So, enemies can't target them. They can't explode. It would be bad for them to explode all over our astro fuel. We have been buying lots of plasteel from traders, so I think we're solid on that for now. We're out of silver, which is pretty wild. Do we want or need any of these things? I think we can get rid of the neutramine for now. Hold on to the rice. Oh, nice. We've started to make some trait extractors. There are some traits we just want to like flat out get rid of, and some we might just farm from prisoners in the future. We did a waste pack quest while we were on the surface, and we got 3 Archotech legs from it. Keep those good clothes. And all that stuff is fine. So I guess we're just selling a little neutral. I would like to get the prisoners off the ship, so we did make these hospital beds our prison bed. Right now they're not set to hospital beds. In the future, we will have them set to hospital beds. The flow will be, we capture prisoners, they need to be taken to a hospital bed. Once they're capable of walking and all that stuff, they won't really lay down in the hospital bed. We'll come back to the space station. We have a prison set up somewhere, and they'll get carried off the ship and on into the actual prison where they can be stored longer term. What do we want to do today? So I want to build our next ship, so I'll probably go down and do a steel mining op. We also need to get some wood so that we can maintain these arcs. This arc can be upgraded in 3.5 days. This one has been upgraded recently and can be upgraded again in 3.6. Let's see. I would like to get people converted all over to the new armor. If we take a look at numbers and equipment, let's see, most everyone has the chrysalis armor. It looks like Tony and Giuseppe don't, and it looks like a big number of folks do have, well, not actually. Looks like we just have 2 people with the new helmets on. 1, 2. So I might need to adjust their policies so that they'll put those on. I don't think I'll do much with Lucien. I think he's kind of like good as is, just like to keep this like a vibe of, being the anonymous leader of the Conclave. Cristobal, though, I think we're going to fully mech suit him out. And so that's what this new section of the space station will be, is we will move all our mech related things into this area, be a little mech bay. And we do have the ability to build chips. We just need to do brain scans and stuff. So I'm not sure if we'll end up recruiting all of these guys. Did I set them all to recruit? They're all like pretty decent. So I think we will recruit them, but maybe we'll see about bringing some more people back just so that we can do some like brain ripping. Other things on my list, recruit the prisoners. And if we can, Agrahans were not doing their job. And I've encountered this before where like all of a sudden Agrahans just like stop working. The mod, I use the work mode mod, so there's like WVC work modes or whatever. And it was specifically them not wanting to deal with the artificial ecosystems. So I just moved that mod to the bottom of my list. I think it just needed to be after vanilla expanded farming. But I moved it to the bottom list. Agrahans are working again as long as they're being built fresh. So we are working on building a couple extra Agrahans. I have been having a couple of our better farmers help out on the farming, and everyone can do it if they have nothing to do, because we need some high-skilled people in order to do nutramine farming, which we don't need right now, but we potentially will need in the future. So I'll come back after we gather up some steel and wood and all that fun stuff. So we have landed in Empire territory for our little mining op. Plenty of steel. We have some gold and uranium that's visible as well. We'll take this jade, and there is an ancient danger. So let's pop over. Let's take a peek in that, see if there's any good loot. Potentially any good prisoners, right? I guess we could set these all to medical. That should be fine. They'll just like sleep on the floor. That is something that I should have thought about. Like, we should have brought some vaxstone down so that we could have built the new thrusters down here without having to worry about juggling pawns away from areas that might not be vacuum safe. Grab you guys. Do that. Obviously. Go ahead. I should equip them with some sidearms. Let's get you guys back so you start firing. Okay. Okay, Chili, why don't you go ahead and open that? We'll stand back here. Nothing laying on the floor. Lucien, you can pop this guy open. Ooh, what kind of armor are you wearing? Oh, you're wearing the Dragoon armor? Why don't you... Oh, they're friendly. They're This one was the only, like, hostile one, I guess? Why don't you go ahead and strip this guy. And strip this guy. Oh wait, why are we capturing him? I want to down him and strip him. I guess capturing is fine. Or, you know, you could just flat out murder him. Artificial metabolisms, okay. Orders, will unforbid. Do you have any traits that we might want to take from you? Kind is pretty nice. Death Squad officer, shooting medical social. Right shoulder destroyed. We can always fix that. Lucien, why don't you capture him? And we'll kind of start getting a crew together for our second ship. Brown Thumb, shooting is crazy. Medical is pretty exceptional. We'll capture you too. I guess, like, welcome to the crew, you guys. We will grab those Mad Mega Scarabs. Well. Lucien, who are you capturing? And then Creek, why don't you capture her? Chili, you search and destroy. Chun, you search and There weren't too many, but get those taken care of. Okay. All done. Well, we have recruited all our prisoners, so this will be our initial starting crew for our next ship. I think we can probably start building it. I do want to get these tillable hydroponics down so that we can grow some devil strand. So we will leave all these guys rice, and then all the tillable stuff that we put down will turn into devil strand. We need to be able to make some cloaks and some gear for these guys. How much steel do we have? We have a pretty good amount. It's probably good enough. So we've rearranged our dining / recreation area. Well, we've got this area built up. And actually, we can go ahead and remove these so that our mechanitors can get to work on them. Cristobal is going to need to do a lot of work. Well, probably Cristobal and Lucien here in order to get Cristobal set up with the mech lord gear that we need. So we need to make some chips. And to do that, we need to make subcores. And to do that, we need to make other kinds of things. So that's just like a whole chain of work that's going to be happening so that we can switch him over to his mech outfit. And I'm not going to be going anywhere for now, so we'll go ahead and just like have him set that up so that he starts putting that gear on as he gets it. The second ship, similar ship to, well, the third ship, I guess, similar to the Solaire. We're going to call it the Athenax. This one is going to live down on the surface, like pretty much indefinitely, because their main mission is to recruit or capture entities so that we can finish up that anomaly research, harvest bioferrite, and maybe like use that as a primary fuel source for that ship. Other things that I kind of want to build out, I like symmetry, so I would like to build this section, and then I would like to get this section built as well. It's not particularly important. It is just a vanity project for Lucien. This will be his throne room, but we'll get him like a meditation throne. Maybe we'll move some dining tables in here. We'll make it like pretty luxurious in there. And I was thinking about another one of these ships, but we need 2 more grav cores for it. And I think we'll set this ship up as just kind of like the oxygen utility ship, and then this ship I think we'll set up as purpose built for scanning for chem fuel, deep chem, and hauling a bunch of chem fuel tankers back so that this whole situation is less crazy. I think we've been converting so much stuff into chem fuel and astro fuel, and we probably need to pause that until we get past the kind of like wood burning era of these arc generators. Well, I have placed our grav dumper engine that we're going to build out there. We do have the large engines here. I'm curious, why don't we just turn that on for a moment, and then let's take a look at range. That doesn't look significantly different. Planet side, it's pretty good range. That is actually very, very nice. So we'll turn you back off since we're building another, and we're all right on oxygen, so that is fine. How are we on plasteel? I think that's probably our biggest struggle right now. And do we have scanning? That could help solve our problem. Do we have the mod that lets us scan indoors? We do, it looks like. What if we stick one right there? One right there. We'll tune those to plasteel. It might make sense to also build a shuttle. Of course, wait, do we need plasteel for those? No, we don't. We'll need plasteel for the shuttle, though. Um, grav ship, shuttle, passenger shuttle. Don't we have other kinds of shuttles too? Oh, this thing is a beast. It's basically as big as our grav ship. Oh, grav shuttle. That'll take a grav core. It looks pretty neat. We need to make a shuttle bay somewhere. Yeah, if we can get them rooms elsewhere, maybe we'll make this and on the other side another one be a shuttle bay. Oh, you are my dude. I don't know why you're trying to build a platform all the way out there. Oh, because we need something to build the grav shuttle on. Grav ship. Can we do that? Must be placed within the radius of a grav engine. Okay. Okay. Well, why don't we build the grav engine there, and then we'll build out towards it. So you can go ahead and get back inside. We need an astronaut version of the lifters, because these guys just absolutely cannot traverse space at all. We have started construction. We just need to kind of like creep this guy up so we can keep building substructure out until we can actually get it to the place that we want. But I am very excited. How much steel? We're probably running a little low on steel. We can send a group back down for mining. And yeah, we need tons of steel. Our scanning is working though. I did have to go grab the mod that allows us to scan under roof, but we have people doing the thing, and we'll find better places for those eventually. You know what? Instead of going out to go mining, there is one thing that I keep forgetting to show you guys. And so, a while ago, we vassalized a few colonies, and we do have an ability to like get tribute from them. Not colonies, factions. So if we click our open vassalage screen, we can buy pawns. And so this would send us impids from Clan Savarok. But we can also buy items. So if we go steel costs 1.9 and we have 31,000. So if we buy like 5,000 steel, how much is that actually going to cost us? That's going to cost us like 10,000. So if we, oh, nice. If we have over 9,500, I would like some plasteel. Can we do, how much is that going to cost? 9,000. Yeah, that's simple math. I don't know why that took me so long. Let's do 2,000. Let's buy and let's buy. And we've got a nice little supply drop for us. I don't know how often these points build back up, but I guess we'll keep an eye on it and we'll see how that goes. We have made a lot of progress on the Athenax. We have a few of our new folks kind of cooking in the biosculptor pods, trying to get rid of some scars and old wounds. We are making an arm for our dude that's missing an arm. And I want to take a look and see who might need Architect legs. I want our melee frontline to have some. So, Architect, let's go ahead and install one on you. Doug, you're also going to be on the front line, so we'll do you, and Matthew, it looks like you will as well. So that is our 3 Architect legs. We are working on subcores, we're working on chips, and that will get Cristobal into some Mech Lord armor. And research-wise, we have a ton of stuff queued up. But we are a little busy right now on construction. We did hit up 3 plasteel mining sites, so we grabbed some wood and steel while we were down there. Plasteel-wise, we are at 2,000. Steel-wise, we are at 3,000. But considering, each tile of the space station is 25, I think, steel to get going. It kind of flies by pretty quickly. Well, we've been hopping around the world, just kind of like picking up plasteel nodes. We have a down grav ship that's spawned though, very close to us. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and send someone over. Who are our good pilots? If we do launch, they confirm Zoe and Marine. Okay, cancel. Let's go ahead and send Form Caravan. We'll send Chili. Not actually gonna be 2 days. Do you have food? You don't really have food. Okay, I think we'll do one little hop and then we'll send Chili over and then we'll hop in and our guns can do a pretty good job of taking out most of the threat there. Well, it is definitely a tight squeeze on this map, and I'm not sure if our turrets are going to be able to see anything. I landed the ship between Chile and the threats. Mechanoids. Well, actually, you guys, let's all head out this way. Okay, our roof-mounted turrets are firing. Just a couple of people out. We need to, like, attack this wall, possibly. Mechanoids, you stay on the ship. Everyone else, let's get out here and let's start causing a ruckus. Okay, so these guys are in range of the turrets, but these guys, while they can, the way the roof-mounted turrets work is they basically ignore everything on our ship's substructure. And something I hadn't tested yet was to see if we could fire into other places that technically have substructure on them, and it seems like we can't. So I'm glad that that's working properly. This guy has a rocket launcher. We do have shields, so we can stay kind of like in this area. Grab everyone that's not Chili and let's have them just start shooting that wall. If we can get some line of sight in there, not only can we start firing, the map started rendering and then these guys decided to come out. If we can get some line of sight in there, we can fire on them and be protected by our shield. Chili, you hang back. Oh, okay, so this guy is firing over these walls, but they are outside the ship. Oh, explosion radius is ridiculous. Okay, anyone take any crazy damage? No. Okay, let's pay more attention. Let's pay more attention. Okay, these guys are fleeing. Why don't we claim all these doors? Got this guy. Okay. Just kind of look around the ship for some loot while these guys make their way out. Okay, more loot up here. Some boxes. Medicine. And sealed crate. Just one of those. One of those, okay. Anything else? What I do want to do is I want to claim these and I want to turn off automatically refueling so that we don't spend our astro fuel on those guys. Okay, let's let you guys do your thing. You guys are opening crates probably? Thanks. And this is a big enough ship that we should get like 2 or 3 grav cores out of it, so that's pretty exciting. Okay, we got 2 grav cores out of this, and then I also, so as the raiders were fleeing, they went after these insects, and I heard triple rocket launchers going off, so it scared me. Came down here. I see a cave entrance. I'm very, very curious. Like, is that added by something? No, just the Odyssey. But the cave entrance is like a map feature. Terrain. I don't think I'd seen that before. Basin, elephant, insect, mega hive, wet climate. So it might be the insect mega hive. I just want to peek down there. I don't know if we're going to do anything crazy down there. Okay. An insect lair. I'm very, very curious. That being said, we don't have, we have a pretty, we're outfitted really well. I just don't know how many insects there are going to be, right? And there's only 6 of us. Okay, Chili. You guys go ahead. Okay. Doesn't look too bad. Yet. You up front. You guys back up a little bit. Billy, just go ahead and search and destroy. I know you guys. Okay. Feel like something's gonna be over there, so let's head that way. Okay. Chili, what are you doing? You're searching and destroying hives. That's great, but that's not what I need you to do right now. Okay, just some like mushrooms or something. Oh, are these are boom shroom. Let's have you back up a little bit, just because I'm a little worried about potentially like fire starting. Okay. Oh, Chili, let's go ahead and get these guys out of here. I am very curious, so we'll let them rest up and then we will come back down here and see what else might be down here. Potentially, like, if there's amazing loot down here, I don't want to leave it on the table. Oh, well, that is something that I forgot about, is that mechanoids are pursuing us, apparently. A raid arrives in 3 days, 6 hours. And, you know, we took a lot of the food reserve with us. So, we probably need to get back to the ship, and I probably need to build a lot more hydroponics. So I guess let's go ahead and just head back up. And yeah, I'm like, we should be able to make it from there. Go ahead, confirm, begin. We are coming with tons of plasteel, with tons of steel, and a crazy amount of components. So we will throw some hydroponics down just to kind of like get us into an equilibrium state and hopefully start producing a food surplus. What I'd like to do is start growing some crops for chem fuel. That way we make sure that we're powering our arcs, which are both due for upgrades. One of them is already consuming chem fuel, and I think this one is going to start consuming chem fuel. Oh, did you get upgraded? You did. Okay. Power surge needs to be activated 3 times. Instantly vaporizes half the fuel in the arc to create a surge of power, refilling batteries at a cost of lots of maintenance. Let's do it. And then when can we do it again? 15 days. We still need to get back to the planet and trigger some ARC quests so that we can switch this over from consuming chem fuel to maybe consuming uranium. Confirm our landing zone. And I think that's probably going to be it for today. Behind the scenes, in between episodes, I'll probably do some more steel farming. We won't investigate any like insect layers completely while we're away or anything. But we'll get this guy painted up. We'll probably get this wing done and maybe start on the throne room, just because it's driving me nuts that we have some people that want meditation spots even though they don't have Silinks. And I've just thrown them in the hallway. I would like to throw them like in a proper throne room. Grav frame harmony. Solaris structural frame experienced minimal stress during launch. The grav field alignment was perfect, placing no extra strain on the ship's components. Based on the grav ship's launch, 24% chance of this happening. That is wonderful. Okay. Mechanoids, you are unrestricted. Colonists, let's restrict you to the Crucible plus the ships. And that will be it for today. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. As always, until next time, have a good one. Bye.